The Rise of Pike Place Market by Abigail Behrens, Emerson Zamora, Caitlin Parsons, and Isabella Jakubik. Pike Place Market is a market full of people of all cultures and races. The market started before World War II and is the oldest continuously running market in America. But during World War II, it almost had to close its doors after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Pike Place Market is a bustling market full of people at all hours of the day. The market was a great place for farmers of all cultures to sell their products. It brought together many people that have helped the market grow into a flourishing community. It provided a reliable source of income for immigrants who had newly come to America. It also brought in a lot of money to the area around Seattle and brought a lot of tourists into the surrounding areas as well. But it wasn't always like this. After the bombing of Pearl Harbor done by Japan, Japanese Americans were segregated into internment camps, which had a major impact on markets, community, and the economy.
The market started on August 17, 1917, earning its name from the central street that it's on, Pike Street. It was created to be a public place where farmers could sell their fresh produce to shoppers directly instead of just dropping it off and picking up the money later. On the opening day, there were over thousands of shoppers, but only 10 farmers. By the end of the week, there would be over 70 farmers selling their produce. And by 1930, there were over 600 farmers selling their produce. The market was a well-known community center and a great place to buy inexpensive food. The market had changed so much over just a couple of years. It went from 10 farmers to 70 and then over 600 in just 23 years.
The Pike Place Market is the oldest continuously running farmers market in the U.S. This is probably because of all the tourism it has brought in since its opening. In 1914, new space was created for several restaurants, bakeries, a creamery, butchers, additional stalls, and eventually the world's first Starbucks. Between the expansion of the market and the gold rush, the market got more and more visitors and more money. They also added a gum wall and a scenic waterfront boardwalk area. Pretty soon, it became one of the main attractions of Seattle, getting around 10 million visits a year.
During World War II, the market started to lose business when more than half of the farmers in the market were evacuated to internment camps because they were Japanese Americans. Not only were there internment camps, but some of the best farmland in Seattle was bought by major businesses and big industries. And the new suburban supermarkets began to bring in many of the families moving away from the city. Plus, with new cars and refrigerators, people didn't have to come downtown every day to buy groceries. With minimal farmers and shoppers, the market lost its bustling energy and almost had to close its doors. The city council was considering this. They had even made big plans about what the land would be turned into. But the people began protesting against the closing of the market because the market was an important part of their community and city, and they felt like they needed to keep it.
Pike Place Market has gone through many phases, some good phases and some bad. The market went from only 10 farmers to over hundreds of different shops full of different trinkets and souvenirs. The market broke many boundaries, whether socially or economically, for its time. The market went from almost shutting down to being a flourishing, nice community where anyone can sell their products. The market has many attractions which have kept the market alive for so long. Pike Place Market has now been around for over a century and is still one of the main attractions at Seattle.